What's going on, folks? I have a broken sway bar link, and without wasting too much time, let's go ahead and start replacing this thing. I got new parts. It doesn't really matter which side you start with, but in this case, I started with the driving hand side of it. Alright, and I'm just wrapping up on the bottom side. Just gotta get the top, got the bottom. Should look at that. That's the other piece. So yeah, I eventually had to put the car up on the lift because it's just that much easier to work on it. I wasn't able to reach the other side of the top of the top part of the mount, right? The top part of the sway bar length. So it was getting very difficult for me to actually be able to work on the part, and so I just decided to put it up on the lift, and that way it'd be easier, much easier for me to actually work on it. So this is the other part. Let me just camera. This is it. It's done. And I have the other part. This time around I had OEM, right? I have OEM. I don't want to do this anymore. You know, aftermarket is cheaper and whatnot, but this thing hasn't even lasted since the install. I don't think it lasted 7 months, to be honest, probably 6 months, and boom, it just snapped in two. So yeah, I don't want to have to go through that again. So the top part of the sway bar link is not coming off. It's not gonna take too long. This is all I got. This is all I got, so that's what I'm gonna use. It's best if you have two people, so one is doing the other side, and one is doing one side, and one is doing the other side. But it's okay, you can do it just with one person. Alright, so let me get a close up. This is what it looks like. So I have it put on, nothing is tight, right? I just have it loosely put on. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side as well. And once they're both on, I'm just gonna start tightening them. Same thing on this side too. And now I have the driver's side, which is on the side of the road, on the side of the street. And I'm just gonna do the one that's on the safe side, right? The one that's on the side of the street, I can always do that when I go back home. But for now, I'm just gonna do this one. This is what I'm doing. I'm just putting this here, turning it this way. Once it gets locked up, I'm gonna put the Allen key on top, right? And then I'm gonna put this over it and use one hand to twist the wrench, use one hand to hold up the Allen key so that I can actually torque it down. And I'm gonna be doing the same thing for this one as well. If you don't have a lift, this is just gonna be a pain in the butt to work on, but we'll get it. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the left hand side, and then come back and finish tightening the right hand side. Okay, here it is. So I installed the driver's side, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the passenger side as well, right hand side. Okay, we got this. Squeeze. Squeeze one more time. Alright, that's it. Yes, looks like I didn't even need to use the island key to tighten it. Just straight up like this, and that's it. That's how you do it. And we are all set. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and remove my things over there, jack stands, and then I'm just gonna lower the jack, and that's it. Let me show people what it looks like underneath. This is where I mounted it. It's a solid spot. This is it. This is pretty rusty, so you gotta find somewhere that's hard enough. But I didn't put most of the car weight. On the jack stands anyway, because I know this is not an ideal spot for the jack stands. So yeah, I just rested a little bit of the car weight on it, and that's it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna lift the back up a little bit. Alright, should be able to remove them. Put on the side. And then do this one too. And that's it, folks.